Okay, guys, welcome back to another stream. Right, gotta say, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little bit disappointed that we just cannot go online. I know they said they were going to be down for a bit of time for maintenance, but 9 o'clock tonight. I definitely think I would have preferred to forgo racing yesterday to have the servers up and running today. I don't know how many of you guys would agree with that, but I think that overall, after all the hype um, for this track and for this track pack, I think would have been better option in my opinion. I don't know whether you guys agree. Let me know. Um, we're gonna get out here and set up a bit of a practice session. Not much else we can do, so let's put this to naturally progressing. 10:15 p.m. No, we definitely want to go out in the daytime. Alright, come on. 12:31 will do. Default road time. Yeah, car, what are we gonna pick? I think we're gonna pick the P2. No option of the hypercar. Don't know what that's about. I was expecting to have an option for all cars, but anyway. Pick LMP2. Oh wait, bring that back. Not that it matters, but where is, not for this session anyway. Where is my livery gone? Car. Oh, there it is. That one. Settings. I think we might have to do this again. No, we don't. Right. Medium. Change that to naturally progressing. Yeah, we should be good to go. Gonna be really, really interesting to find out how these cars are behaving, what the physics difference is, and especially the braking thing. I know some guys have had a head start on that, like UCOG, Jardier. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this car behaves. I do actually know this track from over the years, but gonna start it off pretty slow, just to try and get a feel. What are the brakes set at? I'm gonna go 90% as usual. Try that out for size. Gonna leave everything as fixed, and see what Laguna actually looks like. Bit too much fuel, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I am starting off on Laguna. It is the track that definitely piqued my interest over Daytona, but we're definitely gonna have a look at Daytona. What's the track is green, light clouds. Yeah, here we go, guys. It has been such almost 2 years, I think. Since the last time I've driven around Laguna Seca on any sim. Okay, the force feedback feels extremely light. That is 100% not right. Hey, Slipsy, how you doing? I'm gonna knock off my wheel, restart it, and hopefully get the feeling out of the wheel that I'm actually expecting. Yeah, wheel feels extremely light. I have no force feedback at the moment. Why is that? Right, let's go into settings. Everything looks fine there. Um, Quickly gonna check my Fanatec app, even though I really do know I don't need to. Yeah, everything is force feedback strength is on 100%. Resume this. Absolutely no fail from the force feedback. Mm, no, that is crazy. That is crazy. Main menu. Um, right, guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna restart the game and hope that that actually fixes whatever the issue is. I did verify the files before I started, which I'm gonna do again. So do bear with me, guys. Yeah, absolutely no. The wheel actually feels heavier now that the game is not on, and than it actually did when I was trying to steer the car. So yeah, literally none. Willie, absolutely none. No, no, Slipsy. That doesn't happen often at all, which is why I'm just gonna take the opportunity to close the game, re-verify the files, start it up again. It is, bro. Yeah, it is. Controls FFB and switch to top setting off and on again. Okay, we'll try that. We're just verifying the files again. Yeah. I've bought the season pass. I do actually like to own the content. So yeah. Um, whatever the next track pack is, I'll be getting that one and the one in September. Do you know what? I've raced both of them quite a lot over the years, but I've always had more of an affinity for Laguna Seca. So that's why we're having a look at that first. Um, right, and hope that when we get started here, that we're actually going to have some force feedback. At the moment, it's from what I can see, it is just the normal one. Do you know what? Yeah, when you break it down to that price, like it was €36 for me. So can definitely live with that. Yeah. With that price. Medium. We're gonna go naturally progressing. Normal. Car. We are going with the P2. How you doing, Craig? Just trying to sort out the force feedback at the minute. As I basically don't fucking have any. Put it on saturated. Force will check that we actually have some force feedback this time, and then I'll go back out and put it on saturated, will he? Don't have brakes. That's sounding a bit ominous. There we go, guys. Now we've got some force feedback. Right. On the garage. Right. Yeah, you guys that were watching from the start, you could see how easy it was for me to actually turn the wheel. It was like an arcade wheel, to be honest. Uh, Not ideal. That's right. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, so Crave, you've noticed a big difference in the brakes, have you? And how they operate? Any tips? Really, is the braking that different? This is gonna be an experience, so isn't it? Yeah, the reason I'm just leaving everything as is, it's basically a fixed setup, and just gonna put um my braking pressure to what I would normally have it. Don't be a pussy, Willie. Don't be a pussy. Okay, we have high grip. Um, right, now we can get out on track and actually have a look at this. What's Nightbot trying to do? 50 to 100? Question. Why would I have an issue with symbols in the message? Why the hell would I have an issue with that? I'll have to ask Zen about that. Why would that be an issue for anyone? Okay, let's get out on track. Okay, we have our force feedback. I can't say I'm feeling too much of a difference in the brake at the minute. I know we're not out on track, but man, it is such a weird pit exit for this track, isn't it? It's almost worse than Interlagos. Track looks good, guys, doesn't it? It does. It really looks good. That was actually a lot more torn in than was required there. Oh! Now, that was a massive lockup that I really did not expect. The P3s are slower now because of it, are they? I really was not expecting the brake to lock that easy. That burned off a hell of a lot of tyre on that front left. Hey Gray, how you doing, bud? Yeah, it's a whole new setup. Cheers for tuning in, bud. Unfortunately, we can't actually do any online racing today. I know they said they were going to be doing maintenance today, but I didn't think it was going to be until 9 o'clock this evening, though. Which is going to be past my fucking bedtime, to be honest. Right, okay, let's try the corkscrew again and not pin it into the wall. I've forgotten how blind that corner can actually be. Long time since... Whoa, again. I'm not even pressing the brake that hard there now. There's a bit of a divot I went over. And the car did jump. Gonna have to try that a little bit slower next time out. Cheers for letting me know about that, Will. The front tyres at the minute that are definitely taking a bit of a beating. Yeah, the brakes actually do feel quite a bit different. I do not have to press quite as hard as I would have done. Just have to remember that corkscrew bound this time. Not that I feel I'm actually pressing the brake all that hard as it is. Okay, it was a bit too gentle with the brake there. At least we're not wall bound this time. It really does look good, Slipsy, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look good, Gray. I'm just gonna call you Gray. It's easier than your full name there, bud. How you doing? Yeah. I'm definitely. I do know I'm not gonna be the only one that's gonna have to retrain my foot for braking on this game. Has anyone else tried the P2 yet? I do know my timing is well off for the corkscrew. Little bit better that time, but still. Clearly the corkscrew is the corner that is giving me most hassle at the minute. Not too sure, here's great. I think I'm gonna try a different brake bias. I'm gonna try the rear brake bias just to see how much more it's gonna put me in the wall. See what happens corkscrew this time. I've always loved the corkscrew. Okay, that's a hell of a lot better there. And that's not just down to the brake bias, that just a far better approach from me into that turn. I really did struggle with the rear brake bias on the P2s before the update, but do you know what? I'm starting to get the idea that rear brake bias is working a little bit better for me at the minute. Surely just gave her a dab on the brake there, shouldn't I? Spoke too soon. Right, let's start this again. This track looks really, really good though. I do like how it's looking at the minute. So, Crave, you were saying the braking feels really different in the P3. Have you tried changing brake bias forward, back? What's worked for you? I will give the P3s a bit of a drive. I've no idea what's actually considered a good lap time on this track for the P2s anyway. This is all just about getting used to the new physics and how the brakes are operating. A 100% brake force now feels like 60 to 70, really. How you doing, game? You know what, the brakes? The brakes on this P2 at the minute, I normally run 90. Anyway, but they feel a little bit more controllable, but also a bit more aggressive, if that makes sense. Just go past that that little bit of a threshold too early, too soon, and I think the car does lock a little bit quicker. Man, I know there's no setup on this car at the minute for this track, but it still feels good, guys. I do like how this P2 is feeling around here. Even if I'm struggling to get the best out of it at the minute. Okay, I think that's gonna be a second gear turn for now anyway. We'll try that next time out. Yeah, I know I'm making a bit of a tit of this track at the minute. That's one way of testing the track limit. That was borderline, but it still let me away with it. Thought I was gonna kiss that sausage curb. That would have actually been interesting to see how the car would have behaved when I hit it. Can definitely feel I don't know how to explain it, but there's definitely a bit of a difference in the physics at the minute, guys. Trying to trail off the brake is a little bit different. I know it's actually my approach to this corkscrew that is killing my time at the minute. Bit more practice and we should at some point be able to nail that. We are slowly bringing this lap time down. This is gonna be such a fun track to race again. Caught in two minds as to what I was actually trying to do there in my choice of gears. No. Oh, I went airbound there, didn't I? I hope I no damage out of that apartment splitter damage. I expected to have lost at least one wheel out of that. I know I've lost some tyre at the minute, but bit better, guys. Even though I've done some damage to the tyres, that's still a lot better. Cannot get used to that pull to the left going through there at the moment. Not getting away with that track limit. I am overdriving this car at the minute, I know I am, but it is fun. Learn from your mistakes. way more control through there that time, but definitely not quicker. Hey Zion, how you doing, buddy? I'm drilling holes in these tires at the minute, so you fire away, bud. Yeah, I'm gonna have to 100% retrain my foot. The braking definitely is different, guys. Back on Doherty. I think we got away with that just about. Nah, just got on the accelerator a little too early there. I think I'm gonna try the P3 in a couple of minutes. As soon as we run out of fuel for this car, I think we will switch over to the P3 as I'm really interested to see how different the braking for the P3s is. You have your shaker fixed to the front plate now. A lot of work involved in that, Zen, isn't there? What you're doing. No. Wow. That curb definitely grabbed me right there. It would not let me off. This is going to be such a good track to race on once I get a little bit more experience on it. I'm really looking forward to having some races on this. Definitely going to need a bit more practice though. Driller, you've had to drill 10 holes. Fuck that shit. I definitely need to be going a bit wider on that other turn back there. I am thinking that 90% for me at the minute on kilograms of force is maybe just a little too on the high side. You put 8 of them in the wrong place. Oh, that sucks, bud. You can see right there, guys, that when I am actually paying attention to what I'm doing, even a little bit, the lap time definitely do start to come down. Oh yeah. Okay, much better. We'll get around for one more lap and then try out the P3. I will, if anybody asks, try out the GT3. That's definitely not a good car for me though. But definitely gonna try out this P3 next. I can feel a difference in how you have to apply the brake. Everybody has their brakes set slightly different. So for me, where I'm struggling at the moment is to find the threshold that I used to have, where I know that the brake is actually gonna bite, and by how much. And it's when I'm coming off the brake, I'm not having quite the same feel that I used to. Do you know what, guys? This looks really good. I really am gonna be quite happy to race on Laguna Seca. Okay, return to garage. Right. Now let's can I for all the time I've been in this, I can't actually change this car from in here, sure I can't. No. Right. Clive, if you're still there and you're probably gonna break your bollocks laughing looking at me struggling with this P3 now. Right. Car P3. Where is my only J? There it is there. Alright, let's make sure that no. Why does that keep changing from medium saturate to medium? Everything else is the same. Okay. Oh, by the way, Zen, YouTube sent me a message today, or an email. I've taken off the to do Max Verstappen, as apparently it's copyrighted. Now, my issue with that is I got it off sound alerts. Um, so I'm leaving the video up as it was, but I've removed that for now. I do believe that if you're gonna use it, you have to credit them. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna put the brakes on this car to what I am actually used to using, which is 80%. Yeah. Um, it told me that yesterday's video was gonna be demonetized, but what money anyway? You know what I mean? I only had 4 viewers on YouTube yesterday, but it's only the second stream on there, so but rather not walk myself into um any issues with YouTube. It's still a learning curve for me, being on YouTube, other than making clips for it. Okay, so oh yeah, powertrain. We want to go 5 and 6, which is what we're used to using. 48, 48 brake bias, 48 and a half. Yeah. Gonna go with that, guys, and see how we get on in the P3. Yeah, guys, I was really looking forward to the idea of actually getting into the GTEs again today. But the servers are down until 9 o'clock, and I ain't hanging around that late. I'm in work at 6 in the morning, so bit of a bummer that they can't actually race online today. As I said, I think they should have done the maintenance yesterday. Um, this this was a big update, and if they knew they were doing it this way, I just don't understand the logic of it. Explain to everybody servers will be down on Monday, but the update will be ready to go for Tuesday. Hop on and enjoy. Hey, here we go, Craviator. You were running 118s, was it? Or was that Willie? Don't think I'll get a 118 out of this baby. Not yet. Oh, see what you mean. I would have expected a lot more brake than I actually got there, even on that exit. Oh, completely different feel, Craviator, to the brake in this P3, alright. It is very, very light. There's quite a bit more travel in my brake pedal to get any sort of real response. Not really too fussed about lap time at the minute. Wow, the braking so different. I'm not saying I don't like it. That can be walked around, but it is definitely different. Whoa, no. See, I did not get enough brake there. Yeah, no worries then. Yeah, yesterday I would have definitely got a lot more reaction out of the brake. Definitely having to walk the brake as it is a lot harder to get a response out of it. Knew that was going to be a track limit. Oh, get off. That's still such a tricky exit, that one. Damn it.
That time all day was 29.85.
Too aggressive at that corner that time. I am pushing the life out of this car, to be honest, but good to know what it will and won't do at the minute. Yeah, again, braking just feels so weak. There's a lot more travel in my pedal than I'm definitely used to.
Time 142.12.
That shoulder actually didn't feel too bad there. I know I didn't fully hit it, but I was on it. Cannot get the corkscrew as good as I would like there. Just not getting the brake. Multi-class on this track is gonna be one hell of a show. Wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to hold her in fourth there, but I had stayed in fourth. Yeah, just could not get the braking again for that turn. We were looking good there to bring that 22 down.
Lap 126.48.
Don't do that, guys. That shoulder will kill you. Right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go change this brake. We're gonna go we're only gonna go to 90 and see how much difference there is between 90 and 100 or 90 and 80. Put some fresh tires on, I think. Instantly, that is feeling just a little bit better. Even on cold tires, I can feel a little bit more of a difference in response from the brake there. That was unexpected. That really was unexpected. That is true. Yeah, that was weird. Every corner before that one wasn't an issue. Not that I'd done the whole track at that point, but the brake definitely felt a bit more manageable on approach into a couple of them until we hit that one. And it is so easy to run that out off that pit exit. Yeah, instantly going in there. Huge difference in how that brake felt. To the point of it was almost locking and sending me flying. Definitely getting our stop to pop a lot better for this last turn here. Don't know whether to stay in third or fourth for that exit. Just that little bit over the threshold there, and yeah, the lockups are more extreme than they were. Oh, I know.
Lap 134.27.
I do love this track, even though it's trying to kill me at the minute.
Time 121.91.
I tried to just trailer all the way through there. That most definitely didn't work. By being a bit light on the brake and actually trying to just, yeah, she didn't really want to give me the turn in I was looking for. Okay. I think we're gonna head to Daytona in about 5 or 10 minutes. Do you know what? I think I'll actually, even though they're my least favourite car, I'm gonna try the GT3 on Daytona. I want to see if the brakes feel better to me, as I don't like the ABS system on those cars. So we'll try that out. Okay, let's concentrate for this next lap instead of me waffling. Because what are we here? 21.9. I would at least like to break a 120 for now. Over time, definitely the lap times will come down. Once I get used to this new braking system, we should be good. Do you know what? I'm glad you're actually saying that, Graviator, because I know how much faster and accomplished you are in comparison to me, but I'm glad that it's not just me that's struggling with these brakes at the minute. Gives me a small bit of hope. again, I was trying to just guide the car in there under trail braking, but as I'm coming off it,
Lap 123.23.
it is. It is, and it really is. Like, I'm sure everybody is gonna pick it up at different rates. Hopefully, I'm not gonna be too long picking it up. The corkscrew, yeah. They have changed the braking system cores, yeah. Cheers for the chat. The brakes are not as easy to lock up as they were, but when they lock, watch for that snap, because that snap is going to kill you. I'm sure it can be, you know, over time tuned out by whatever brake bias works best with it. But that's going to be trial and error at the minute on the last corner.
125.44.
I've no complaints over what they've actually done with the brakes, to be honest. It is adding a bit of a new flavour to the game again. Really? You spun out 500 times at Daytona? Fucking hell. Where's that first turn? What's the first turn like? I remember it well from Forza, but this is a different sim. This is a different animal. You don't like it now?
Time 123.06.
Nearly off into the sand there. Oh man. Hey George, cheers for the follow, bud. That curb is really rough. If you've got any steering lock on and any sort of half decent brake pressure on, that's exactly what happened to me just there. It that curb really does fuck you over. That's going to be interesting when you get pushed out on that curve, actually, to be honest, because it will happen. Right, I think I'm going to hit the Daytona. I really do want to have a look at it. So, I do see what you mean about the braking on the P3s. Um, as badly as I was driving the P2, and I was over pushing the car, and I knew I was. The braking on the P2 was better in the initial stages, but again, like finding the threshold again for with a brake. Yeah, just that tiny, tiny bit over the threshold, and immediate lockup, and the lockups are worse than they were and harder to control. Event settings, better have a look at this, make sure it's not changed. It has. Right, I did say I was gonna try a GT3. This is gonna be a mare. Actually, I'm gonna try the Ferrari because as much as I love the Ferrari in the GTEs, I absolutely despise them in GT3. Um, I do not like the GT3 version of this car, and I've struggled with it. So let's try it out with the new braking system and see what effect it actually has. So, Cravier, what sort of lap times were you hitting around here once you weren't spinning out 500 times? 40.7. If I was to even get a 42 and be within or around 2 seconds off you, I would be pretty happy, Cravier, to be honest. I don't expect to, but what car was that in, by the way? Yeah, no, I've no idea. It says 9 o'clock tonight, so I don't know. They could have it back maybe earlier. They're just maybe covering their asses. Uh, they do can. Oh, that was in the P3. Right. It's quite a long, long time since I have done Daytona on any sim. Last time I did it was on Forza, and that's what, maybe easily 3, 4 years ago. I was so disappointed with the new Forza got ACC, and was stuck into ACC for so long. Actually, I'm gonna have no issues remembering where the track goes, but braking points, they're definitely gonna have to be nurtured again. Okay, let's see what the setup on this car is. We're gonna go with the default setup. Let's see what the brakes are on, 95%. We will go with that. No, I do like ACC. I really do. Um, I've quite a bit of the DLC for ACC as well. I bought the Nürburgring pack. Never got as much use out of it as I should have. I ended up on early access for LMU, and I think I've been back on ACC in the last 2 years, maybe 4 times. No, that was with Forza, the new Forza Motorsport. It was just dog shit. It was so disappointing. It really was. I really did like the fact that they put Kyalami in it and a few other tracks. But man, built from the ground up, my ass. Right. This is my first attempt on Daytona in any car. In what I'd say is easily 3 years. I would think more than likely 4 years. So have a little go. Okay, can we actually release pit? We can. Or have I done it too early? I've done it too early, haven't I? Yeah. Right, let's restart. Great start. I'm still gonna have to serve a fucking drive-through, am I? Is that a drive-through or stop and go? Oh, it's a stop and go. Did that pit exit catch anybody else out, or am I the only donkey it's caught out? Okay, I remember that turn, but I don't remember the pit being there for it. I thought I actually remembered this track better than I do. That little sector there that's putting me off. Let's have a look at this banking for the first time. Being down this low, you really can feel when you're dipping your wheels onto the yellow lines. Alright, those green boards along the side are normally a good indicator of where you want to start braking. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. Oh, she was 100% braking way further loose than I expected. Hey, Blurry, how you doing, bud? Number 1 board, yeah. Been a long time since I did this track. Cheers for the tip, bud. I do have to go in and serve this stop and go, because I'm a donkey and I picked up a stop and go leaving the pit. Got a track limit. Right, we're gonna serve this stop and go. The infield section, I'm definitely not remembering as much as I thought I was going to. I didn't put my pit limiter on. I got disqualified, did I? Yeah, I've seen that in a couple of videos. Um, I was watching one of UCOG's. Right, we're just gonna completely start this again. Um, I was watching one of UCOG's where I think it was Jardier hit it. Jardier actually in his video he deliberately ran into it and fucking thing's immovable or almost. Right, let's start this again. The dailies are up, buddy. Right, but okay, that's good. Um, Gonna spend 10 minutes in here, uh, just re-customizing myself to Daytona, and then we'll have a look at the dailies. I really, really do want to hop back into a GTE. I really do. It's been so long since we had any GTE racing on this game, and by far I prefer them over the GT3, 100%, no question. And take some of that fuel out. I'm gonna quickly infect my lungs. Right, so I'm guessing for this track, you said you were running 140s, 140s Cravier in the P3, so I am guessing the aliens in a GT3 should be running what, 46s, low 46s in a GT3 around here. Yeah, the Pro Plus and the Pro, bloody both of those. I only have the Pro. Because I actually like to buy the content, so I didn't see the point in paying for Pro Plus then buying the content as well. So yeah, but Pro and Pro Plus have the longer practice sessions. He's a 46 and a half right now. Yeah, I'm thinking over time the likes of Luke and that will probably bring that lap time down to maybe 44s, 44 and a half, maybe a high 40, 44. For me at the minute, all I'm doing here is having a look at Daytona and trying to remember the turns, to be honest. As I said, I'm surprised that I've forgotten where this track goes as much as I have. Hey War, how you doing, bud? Yeah, same myself, brother, yeah. Same myself, and I know I'm saying 3 years, but I really do think it's longer than that even. The last time I ran this track on any sim. And on a controller, yeah. Well, I actually had the 920 Logitech at the time, but most of the races I ever had on Daytona most definitely would have been on a controller. I'm pretty certain I didn't even go out off track limit, did I? Whoop. Reading, reading the chat. What wheel have you got, bud? Your 5 with KS Pro. Do you know what? I do like to look at that wheel. For the price of it, it's a really good looking wheel. Gotta say. Yeah, for the money, I'm guessing it's a really, really solid wheel. Okay. Those curbs actually don't feel too bad to go over. I think we just about avoided a track limit there. It is this way we're going, isn't it? I'm getting confused with those two entries, to be honest. Yeah, it is that one, isn't it? Yeah. You joined the practice session for Daytona and got put in Sebring. Oh, that's gonna be a track limit, is it? No? This lap dirty, is it? Must have been. Gonna be interesting to see what this lap time ends up at. I'm definitely very, very rusty on this track.
Time 151.30.
Hey, this is a little better, guys. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Me Just about saved that. Okay, we should get into a sub 150 anyway.
Lap 149.89.
Okay, let's try not to make a mess of this next turn, the way we did last time. There's definitely hope for this old dog. There's some hope. Yeah, I just pick a field of view and see where it ends up. Is it gonna let me away with that? I hope so.
Lap time was
Okay, not quite at 48 just yet. You're on 28 field of view. Whoa, that's a bit too much for me. In all truth, Zenith, I'm on 34, I think. .27" Yeah, no, my screen's 39" curved, so I have a bit more real estate. Okay, there's definitely about 70 inches, I think. I think we'll try one more lap around here, then have a look at the dailies, see what's happening in there, especially the GTA. I do want to. Oh man, when you come down there, you can feel the car. Gotta admit, I'm actually surprising myself a little bit with this Ferrari around here. I know it's not a Luke Addison time, but for me, this is a half decent time.
That's 148.52.
Okay, Daytona. Do you know what? I was not expecting to get on with Daytona better than I did Laguna. Laguna was a bit trickier for me, namely because I think adjusting to the brakes on this GT3 feel so much more natural to me now. Um, which is why I also think I've probably surprised myself in this GT3. The Ferrari I have found to be a lot more difficult to drive than I found it in the GTE. Um, Now that would be inches, Zen. No, yeah, no, centimeters. I think it's about 77 centimeters. Now, if I stretch my, now I have pretty long arms, Zen. If I stretch my arm out, I wouldn't be touching the screen now. Right, let's have a look at the dailies. I'm pretty impressed, I've got to say, with both tracks, on how they look. Um, the the braking, yeah, is something that is gonna have to be nurtured over time. So, but definitely think can 100% get on top of the brakes. They do 100% feel different in how they react. Um, where is my baby? There it is. Okay, guys. Before I get a little bit of practice in on this track, I'm gonna take a couple of minutes, a few minutes, just to go to the loo, and then we'll get back out on track. The first time in ages in a GTE. So how the brakes behave with the GTE now is anyone's guess. See what the. It's going to take me a little while, I think, to figure out what I used to use TC wise with this car. Brake bias, that is in and around right. I'm going to leave the brakes at 90%. We are just going to go out in this car in a little bit. What was it again, Zips? You said happened to your wheel? Fried eggs mounts R9. Somehow the base split on his. He's hoping to receive a new replacement now on Thursday. Have to wait and see whether he gets it or not. Okay, guys, I am gonna run the loo as I said, and hope you'll stick around. And hopefully I can figure out this GTE as well as I used to drive it. Right, back in a few, guys. Right, now I'm back. Nice one, Zen. Um, I was just saying, um, we're going out on these base settings and just see how we get on. Yeah, and also I am off next week, guys, so I really, really am looking forward to having some time off. I think it's well deserved. Okay, now, um, I am not liking that field of view. Now, which one brings the seat up? None of my keys seem to be working. What the hell? Oh, that's bringing it. Yeah, but I wasn't liking the height of the seat. Where's which key controls? That's 38. Or we're gonna go with that for now. Yeah, your torsion spring went. Why are we on Monday? Isn't this supposed to be Spa? What the fuck? Yeah, it's supposed to be Spa. So why is the game bringing us to? Why is the game bringing us to fucking Monza? Well, we don't have too long to actually register for this. Do you know what? I'm just gonna register. Oh, I am registered, right? Um, right. Is it gonna bring us to the right track this time? Even when I was sitting in the pits, I was going, this pit doesn't look right. Now I think we're actually on the right track. What's that night? Okay. Haven't done a night race in quite a while. Man, it is dark. Knew that was gonna be a bit of a limit. I have missed you, GTE. I really, really have. Even though I'm still finding it. Uh, even though I know I'm gonna have to readjust to this car. No. I have to remember not to do that again. Been a while since GTAs have been in the dailies. I think overall the GTE actually feels the same. Just again, just down to the braking, it is slightly different. Okay, still getting a little bit too much steering lock on, obviously. I was so used to driving this car on 540. I do have the rotation on 900, which I've gotten used to with the other cars. Trying to avoid a track limit there, just about did that. It's auto change for the game. Oh yeah. I had that done anyway. Just how I used to approach the steering was different when I had it on 540. The 488 GTE. No, it's not. Not on my wheelbase and not in the game. I used to actually have it set to 540 in game, and then allow the game to choose. Okay, through there now. The rear definitely want to step out a bit more than I'm expecting it to. I will check it out in a second. Yeah, wheel and the game are on 900. It's gonna be a track limit. No. Trying to remember how I used to approach Eau Rouge and Radeon in this Ferrari. I did there. I felt it was needed, so. Yeah, the GT3, most of them can't do a flat anyway. So I would advise you then stop trying to make a GT3 do that flat. Not that I'm a GT3 expert, as you know, I really amn't. Yeah, I'll Ryuji talking about, yeah. I'm not much of a GT3 man myself. Oh, it is flat out. Okay, definitely,
That time was a 2:23.
yeah, I think he's talking fixed setup, alright. Wow, I am so far off a 217. That's crazy. How you doing, Troll? I remember why I actually like the GTEs more than GT3 now. Although the rear is every bit as lively as a GT3, when it's getting lively, it's still easier to catch and control. I think the car just gives you a bit more warning. Didn't take the exit of Stavilo that second one too well, but okay. What the absolute fuck? That guy must have been so blind. What the hell? Bring me into the race, guys. Yeah, WFT. Yeah, I know what you meant though. 19 splits for the GTA. GTA is getting a bit of love today, guys. I'm not expecting too much out of myself in the GTE today. Really haven't. Just glad to get a race in today. Still, gotta say, I'm impressed with Laguna and Daytona. Surprised myself on Daytona, more so than Laguna, to be honest. I got to grips with Daytona a little bit quicker than I can safely say that I did on Laguna. Um, I think it's because some of them are 60 minute races, and how, how long's the race? 20 minutes. And I think that's actually putting a few people off, to be honest. I think we're just gonna go with this. This is, yeah, it is a fixed setup. 7 minutes of quality time. I'm gonna put a little bit of extra fuel in. Right. How is this race gonna go? I mean, I do know a lot of people have not been in a GTE in quite a while, including myself. So I am expecting quite a few crashes on this race, in this race, guys. What do you think? Whoops. Definitely lifting through there on the first lap. Loosey goosey, guys. The car is definitely loosey goosey. This is GTA War. Yeah, it's been so long since I've been in one. Oh, it'd be excellent, wouldn't it? I don't know whether they can though, can they? Well, do you know what? The tracks are not marketed as IMSA tracks, and a lot of the branded logos that are on the official Daytona tracks, all that is not actually in this game. So maybe they can, but I don't know. I don't know how licensing agreements work. So who knows? Hmm. Balls up that turn. Deep. Not the best attempt at the first Davalo.
Time 2:21.14.
I definitely need to get up the pace, guys, because I'm nowhere near it at the minute. No. Will I get away with that? Oh, just about. Now, gonna get a limit here, am I? Yeah. Fuck. Not gonna make it back around either. I'm rusty. Rusty in this GTE. Definitely. Right, what did I used to use with this GTE? So I'm not sure about the brake boys either. Why does it keep bringing up that error message? This is mediums for this race, isn't it? Oh, everybody's on softs. What am I doing? Soft. 214. Oh, you used to be man, what is this thing? Invalid type. I'm not even typing anything. Um, I used to be a lot quicker in the GTE. I'm actually struggling to get a feel for it again, if truth be known. Hmm. You mean in well, everybody else seems to be on softs, yeah. See? Yeah, it's softs. No, for the race as well. Um, you can choose to go on mediums, I suppose, if you want. It's only a 20-minute race though. So I think everybody's gonna go on the softs. That yeah, that's probably down to the way I'm using the brake at the minute, which is not ideal. I do know that. Um, but come on, we'll just see how this first race goes. I'll be back in DRS1 after this race though, unless everybody starts killing each other. Yeah, I can live with that to be honest then.
Teams
Uh,
and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
or if I'm not forced into a spin. Right, okay. How many laps? 9.7. What have I got in? 11.2. Right, we're going with this setup. Come what may. I do not intend to be a victim at T1, but there's still a high possibility. Yeah, it's back working, Willie. Yeah, think so. Where's Alfie today?
Formation lap has started.
I'm way off the pace. Way off the pace here, Willie. Feels good to be back in the GTE, but that's exactly how old I'm feeling today, to be honest, guys.
Down. Yeah, it's not f***ing late now, f***'s sake.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to get rid of the Max Verstappen thing, as I didn't get copyright strikes, but copyright blocked already.
Green flag.
Green. Okay. Lost a few places at T1, but I'd rather stay out of trouble on the first lap. Here comes the mayhem, I would think. No, it's been clean enough so far. Yeah, it's fixed, saying, yeah. Oh, come on, man. I left you an absolute mountain of room. Bonk. Bonk is right. Ah, bit of rubbing is racing. I was reacting to that Porsche. Thought he was a gunner. Oh, had to give a little dab on the brake there to correct the rear. Oh, it's so much better to drive than the GT3, in my opinion. Even though I'm not driving it that well at the minute. Yeah, they do have the old Tourer model still. Shit, there's the track limit. Definitely more fun, yeah, 100%. Definitely do a lot more sliding around in these GTEs than we do. Well, still slide the GT3s around, but completely different physics for this GTE. Yeah, it's been quite a long time. I think it's even over that, to be honest, bud.
Lap 2, 21.55.
I think they'll still stick with the weekly format, to be honest. Oh shit. It is weekly, yeah. Yeah, weekly, daily race, yeah. Okay, we are having fun here, guys. I'm not driving these cars as well as I used to, but still having a bit of fun. Oh, Zen, when I get the chance, when I'm on a straight, I have a question to ask you about Nightbot. Why the fuck would Nightbot have an issue with Willie typing in question marks and exclamation marks? Because it was giving him a warning. The fuck is that about? Yeah, but they're only exclamation and question marks. What the fuck? You're not allowed to question the streamer.
Lap 2, 21.12.
Yeah, I'm a bit at a loss as to what the fuck Nightbot is playing at, but anyway. That guy in the Porsche is so much better on approach to the last set of turns, the last chicane, but so far we have been holding him at bay. You'll have to take that track limit. Loosey-goosey on exit there.
That time was a 2:21.30.
This race has been so much fun so far. Definitely not as confident on that braking or getting the car to turn as what I used to be able to do. Yeah, it'd be definitely interesting, alright. 2K off at the minute, is it? It's got a bit of a run on me here. I was on the apex there, boys. I was on the apex. I am not gonna let him claim that one. I did brake late, but I knew he was going to too, so but I definitely got on that I was on that apex as he turned. Oh. Tires took a bit of a hit out of that one. It's gonna be interesting to watch the replay, because we're gonna be able to pick out the incident a hell of a lot easier than we used to, from what I've seen. I had to give her a dab on that brake there, just to get her straight and through that bus stop before I binned it.
Lap 2, 25.74.
It's still got that many active players, is it? The original Assetto Corsa. That's some going. Car definitely a lot more loosey-goosey than I'd like at this point in the race. Oh, these tires are trying to kill me right now. Are you absolutely for fucking real, man? Sorry, but you continue to take me fucking place, you dick. Block tire. Right. I know, yeah. I know. And I even have my glasses on. Um, Man, what a way to finish that race. Like, just get absolutely obliterated in the last turn. It was fun, though. I still enjoyed the race. Hey, Valerie, how you doing? Were you in this race by any chance? Um, are you guessing that he did that on purpose? Okay, let's have a look at the... Right, well, I know the incidents are supposed to be... Right, okay. Do we have to go into actual replays to have that replay thing work? Or is it just not up and running yet? How you doing, Tommy? I did, yeah. I tried Laguna Seca in the P2 and the P3. And believe it or not, I was driving, it's first day. I don't really care that much, Willie, to be honest. Believe it or not, I actually drove a GT3, Tommy, on Daytona. And I did better than I expected. Do you know what? Really like the job they've done on both of the tracks. You are going to find the braking is 100% different. Okay, incidents. Want to watch this from Caruso's point of view? Not really sure, to be honest, yeah. Um, I was just about to ask you guys, did you guys actually think that was a lockup? Because I certainly don't. Yeah, I know. That's maybe it's just not ready to let's see protest. That's ready. Um this yeah, not when it's up and running, the this balloon should be actually on this bar from what I've seen from UCOG and everybody else's videos about the incident thing. What is that sign? Oh, it just gets you through the laps a lot quicker. Okay, minus. Yeah. Oh, it expands. It expands the right. It actually expands the bars. Right. Okay. Um. Yeah, that does definitely not look like a lockup to me. There's not even any brake squeal. He knew exactly what he was doing there. And um. All right. Instantaneously you can just go in this way and pick out. I believe this is also for when there's incidents, you can look at other people's incidents really quick. Um, so yeah, they've made a lot of improvements to the game so far. Obviously, they're still doing some maintenance in the background, but as regarding that last turn, that was no lockup. 100%, it was no lockup. He intended to take me out. Oh, I've been clicking on them, troll. Let's see. I'll get registered. I'm gonna do one more race. Man, the GTE. Wow, it was really tough to get used to again. I was slowly getting there, but not as quick as I would have liked. Is there a cooldown on it still? Is there? I thought the cooldown was removed. I will quickly load this up again for you, troll. It was just lowered, as far as you know. Yeah, so like pressing on this balloon at the minute, as I said, I've seen Jardier and a few others videos, and that does actually be up on the bar. So every incident you have in the race, that balloon should be on this bar. So you can just click on it, and it brings you on which menu? This one? Yeah, no, I'm clicking that incidents. Still not doing anything at the top. Ah, nice one, Troll. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. You are so smart. You really are. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, it works pretty good actually, guys, doesn't it? Right, let's get into the next race. And I hope I don't get wiped. Yeah, now it's almost time for this next race to start, Willie. Yeah, it does make it easier, a lot easier, yeah. I am not a big fan of AI, I've got to be honest. I know it's useful for some things, but it's just gonna rule our lives if we let it. Um, yeah, I'm not a fan. I am, do you know what? I'm gonna go 52.5. Yeah, the champs races, yeah. Yeah, but are you gonna really trust AI to make the right decision all of the time? No. Can't trust a human to make the right decision all of the time. You've got to be really certain that you're not going to be the one that's going to get blamed if you put in a protest. If AI is the one that's handling it. That's only for championship, isn't it? They even have job openings for it now. Will, did he? Right, okay. Oh God, I'm expected fourth in this. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I could do with a different job now myself. I'm sure that is the idea, Troll, but how it works in practice, I don't know. Heavy on the gas there, I was. really haven't decided. I can't remember whether that second or third gear, that first Stavalo. Oh, I've had a few people banned. Not well, yeah, for intentional wrecks, but also for verbal abuse. LMU setup supplier as well. To give her a little bit of lift there before the rear came around too much. You know, my first sector is way off where it used to be. Taking torque here this time. Should be definitely at least hitting the 1 minute mark in the middle sector to have any sort of a decent time. Cannot get near the times I used to set.
20.75.
It's a little bit lighter, Tommy, yeah. A little bit. Not massively, but definitely the braking is different as well. Have you not noticed a big difference in the brakes? I think it's all about finding the right brake bias now, because of the way the brakes operate. From what the likes of Jardier and UCOG were saying, how the car is balanced is different. How the car feels under braking is not the same. Actually, you should try out the P3 then, Tommy. Oh, how often did you drive the P3? The P3, definitely the biggest feeling of difference I got was from the P3. I had it on 80% as I normally have it, and the amount of play from my brake compared to what it was yesterday is colossal. I think you could say yes to that, Zips, but it's it's also a case of once you pass the threshold of what you're actually used to,
Time 2:21.17.
it's harder to lock up. Definitely harder to lock up. But when you do, man, does the car snap. You really know that you've actually locked it. It's so that's where the brake bias is coming into play for going to come into play for a lot of these cars and setups. Right, gonna keep that on that. But like 80%, it was pretty reactive for me in the P3, and I knew how the brake was gonna behave underfoot when it was sort of threatening to lock up everything else. Man, I had to work so much harder to get some feeling from the brake in P3. As I said, it's harder to lock up, but um, we'll all get used to how the brake feels now and what the brake is doing. But in the cars with no ABS, it 100% feels. I haven't tried the hypercar. I've tried the P2, obviously the GTE here,
Teams and drivers go to the grid
and the
for a
P3.
race start.
I'm not so sure the braking is that much different for this GTE, but it's definitely different for the P3 and P2. As I said, Zips, you are going to feel a difference in that P3, 100%. Never played a Zips, or not Zips, I mean Zen. Star Citizen? Nah, never played it.
Formation lap has started.
Hey, I do know I've lost DR for that last race, and I'm fully expecting to lose it for this one too. But I don't mind. Just want to have a good race and not get walloped in the last turn this time. Oh, guy behind me, Greenwood, he is on the hards for this track. Why the hell did he pick the hards?
Green flag.
Green, green, green. Here we go. Yeah, but a lot less grip. Bit of good side by side with Whitley there. Yeah, it done that to me earlier, Troll. That's exactly what it did to me on the first attempt. Willie tried to join Daytona earlier, I think it was, he said, and it put him onto Sebring. Wow, that Aston Martin just absolutely wiped that guy.
Time 2:31.09.
You got a spinner, chicken dinner, another one, and another one. Just about held her on track after coming out of that second Stavilo.
Time 2:20.90.
Hey, we're driving a little bit better than we did in the last race. Don't know why you're flashing at me. It wasn't me that hit you, buddy. Do not be trying to punt me because that other guy took you out, bud. losing the rear end there. It really was. Saying you're gonna have to sort out that nightbot. What the fuck? Honestly. Fucking crazy.
Time was a 2:22.34.
Okay, we're 4 laps in. It's fun being back in the GTA. Definitely have lost touch with it though.
Lap 2:21.09.
Zips, this is my last race, unfortunately. Um, One, because I'm actually bollocks tired, surprisingly. Well, not surprising, but I'm surprisingly tired for someone who had a pretty handy day today for a change in work. No, come on. I'm off come Friday for a week, so I'll definitely do a bit of GT3 racing with you then, bud. Fuck. You mean after tonight? A little bit of an improvement, but man, I'm
Time 2:20.75.
this week. Mm, Not this week, but I'll definitely consider if the following week, Tommy. If I get an invite, that is. What's he What's he chosen? What doing it this week? Maybe Saturday actually. What cars has he chosen? Okay, yeah, further away. Let me know there, Tom. Even in third gear, I was close to losing it coming out of there. Daytona Hypers and GT3, Laguna P2, P3, and GT3. That's what he was saying yesterday, was it?
That time was a 2:21.25.
Absolutely pulling that car through that turn. Pulling it. Closing in on this fight just a little bit, guys. We are closing in. And these cars feel so different when you've gotten used to driving the P3s, P2s with the new physics. This definitely feels so much different than I remember it. Still a lot of fun. Oh man. Shaving a little bit of time off there. One more lap to go. Can we at least keep it in the top 10 this time? Get the fuck off there. Right, let's try and cut out the mistakes and not allow himself behind me to get any closer. Oh, we got a spinner. Oh, nearly spinning myself there. Closer than he was, but I'm still not expecting him to try a bomb. But he might. Right. Um, that was definitely an experience again being in the GTA. Man, honestly, as fun as it was, definitely what I've gotten used to on track and driving approach was 100% not working for that GTA. I would definitely need to finesse what I was actually doing in that car to get the best out of it again. You're free from your ban. Which ban was that, Zen? Oh, no. What the fuck is that thing doing? I know, yeah. For sending your invite code. We didn't set up any restrictions on Nightbot like that, did we? Um, Jesus Christ, I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Uh, Something I'll definitely have to have a look at. Uh, right, guys, that is the end of the stream. I hope you've enjoyed. I really, really am impressed with Daytona and Laguna Seca. Okay, let's have a look at this week's roster before I do get off. So I'm gonna have some sort of idea. Lacey is doing more work than your odds. um, right. So Laguna Seca, LMGT3, Sprint Cup, Winston Sprint, Sebring, Hypers, and GT3. Upcoming. Let's see, Le Mans. I do believe Le Mans looks really, really different. I was watching UCOG today, and he was saying it's not just down to the shades of the track, but in general, it looks really, really different. Okay, prototype fix P2, P3s on Sebring, 60-minute races on Daytona, Super 60, P2, P3, and GT3. Yeah, it is. Because you're coming down off that banking, and yeah, it's so easy for the car to get really, really upset. It's fun though, isn't it, Tommy? Really, really fun. Yeah, I'm just looking through the schedule here, guys. You serious? You've not been able to get it stopped? The chicane is tricky, definitely. LMP3 fixed is on where Monza. GT fixed is on Spa. We've done that one. GT up. WEC experience, Laguna Seca, Daytona, Sebring, and Circuit of the Americas. Don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, guys. As you guys know, it is work related. Depends on what time I get home. As I was saying, the GTEs were pretty fun, but man, have I lost my knack with them. Chicane is tricky. You need some more practice on it, but fine. Yeah, War. I'm off this upcoming week. I didn't get the two together. Fucking wankers. But I'm gonna take this week off, so it's something anyway. So I'm looking forward to a bit of rest and recuperation. You gonna recommend me, Tommy? Right, guys. Unfortunately, I do need to go. It would be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, it really would. Right, guys. I'll mull over it. I'll try and figure out tomorrow what racing I'm gonna do. Preferably on one of the new tracks. GT3 though, I'm not sure. Laguna Seca might give it a go. If I was gonna pick anything of the new tracks, it might be Daytona, believe it or not. Even though I've been so looking forward to Laguna Seca, but because it's in the GT3. So listen, guys, as usual from me, I hope you'll tune in again tomorrow. Slán lads, Grev Margot, and catch you guys on the next one, hopefully. Have a great night, and see you guys later. Puma out. Cheers for watching, guys. Good night.